Have you ever faced a morning filled with sorrow, when all hope felt lost? Imagine waking up to mourn the death of someone you loved, only to discover that death had been defeated. In today's story, we follow the women who went to Jesus' tomb, expecting to grieve, but instead, witnessed a miracle that changed the world forever. Stay with us, because what happened early that morning still has the power to restore hope in your darkest hour. The sun had just begun to rise over Jerusalem. The city was quiet, but in the hearts of Jesus' followers, grief still lingered like a heavy fog. Three women, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome, walked slowly toward a tomb carved in stone. They carried spices, symbols of love and loss, to anoint the body of the man they had followed, trusted, and watched die on a Roman cross. Their steps were slow. Their hearts were broken. The Messiah they believed in was gone. But as they approached the tomb, something strange stirred in the air. When they reached the tomb, the first thing they noticed was the stone. The massive stone that sealed the entrance. It had been rolled away. Their eyes widened. Their breath caught in their throats. Mary Magdalene rushed ahead, and found the tomb empty. Where was his body? Had someone taken him? Tears welled up in her eyes. Confusion flooded their minds. And then, suddenly, a voice. Inside the tomb sat a glowing figure. An angel of the Lord, radiant as lightning, dressed in white. "Do not be afraid," the angel said. "You're looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He is not here. He is risen, just as he said." Their sorrow turned to shock. "Go, tell his disciples, and Peter, that he is going ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there." The women trembled, not with fear, but with awe. What they had come to grieve was now something to celebrate. But Mary Magdalene stayed behind. She stood outside the tomb, weeping. Grief and wonder swirled together in her heart. Then, she turned and saw someone standing nearby. He asked gently, "Woman, why are you crying? Who are you looking for?" She thought he was the gardener. "Sir, if you've carried him away, tell me where you put him, and I will go and get him." Then, the man spoke one word. "Mary." Her eyes widened. Her heart leapt. "Rabboni," she cried, "Teacher." It was Jesus. Alive. Risen. Glorious. Jesus looked at her with compassion and joy. "Don't cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go and tell my brothers that I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary ran, heart pounding, tears flowing, not with sorrow now, but with unspeakable joy. She became the first to proclaim the greatest truth in history. "I have seen the Lord." Later, Mary found the disciples and told them everything. They listened, confused, skeptical. Could it really be true? Peter and John rushed to the tomb. They looked inside. The linen was there, folded neatly. But Jesus was gone. Their minds raced. Their hearts beat fast. Hope was rising. The empty tomb wasn't just a miracle, it was a message. Death had been defeated. Sin no longer had the final word. Jesus was alive, and everything he promised was true. He really was the Son of God. He really did rise again. And through him, we can, too. This morning wasn't just another sunrise. It was the beginning of new life, for the world, and for all who believe. So, what can we learn from the women at the tomb? 1. God moves when it's still dark. Even before the sun rose, he had already rolled the stone away. 2. faith shows up even in sorrow. The women came to honor Jesus in death, but were the first to witness his resurrection. 3. God reveals himself to the brokenhearted. Mary wept, and it was in her tears that Jesus met her. 4. Your story isn't over. Jesus rose, and because he lives, hope rises too. 5. Be a witness. Like Mary, you're called to go and tell what God has done. Even if the world doubts, share the truth. If you've ever walked through a season of loss, confusion, or deep sorrow, remember the women at the tomb. Their grief was real, but so was the miracle. Thanks for watching. If this story stirred your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Faithframe. New Bible animations drop every Sunday, Thursday, and Saturday. Hit the bell so you're always the first to know. This isn't just animation. This is faith in motion.